Hey, welcome back. For those that are new, thanks for checking us out. If you want to skip ahead, it won't be much that I'm detailing today, but if you want to skip ahead, the Oracle and tarot reading itself are timestamped in the description box below. So go to the description box and click on the Oracle or the tarot, whichever you want to go ahead and jump straight into if you don't want to hear me talk. If you have a minute, however, and it won't be like the last couple of readings, I promise, because one, I'm tired, and two, I'm not going to get into astrology. Not like that. If I say anything, I don't know. But don't forget to like, subscribe, get your notifications, and leave a comment. Leave a comment. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. That's so stupid. God, I'm aging myself. I know. It's fine. Yeah, but leave a comment. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I did word meditation. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go into the Oracle. And again, if you don't want to see me shuffle when I get to that point, just skip in the description box. Yes. All right. So word meditation, the first word that came to my mind, actually, before I even closed my eyes, was turpentine. I don't know why. I never know why. So we're just not going to question it. Turpentine. Sanguine. Again, this came up yesterday, I think, or the day before. I didn't do a reading yesterday, right? Today is, oh my gosh. Today is, it is the 21st, Wednesday. That's right. Yes. And so yeah, it had to have been Monday. Okay, yeah, so sanguine, turpentine, sanguine, frustration, saturation. Does that mean something to you? Global. And then celebration and determination. A lot of Asian or shun words. Celebration, determination, initiation, fascination. And then one that I had to Google after I went through this process, and it was sunder. I think it's sundered. I think it's sunder. Which again, like sometimes things come to, my vocabulary is not that great. If you ever listen to me talk, you probably know that. I don't need to state the obvious, but I had to look it up, and it means it's S as in Sam, UNDER. It means to separate, split, break apart. It's typically used archaically, I guess. And a lot of times, mostly about dividing people. And then sonder, which I didn't think it was a real word, but evidently it is, which is complex and vivid. In a sense, or it became a real word. I don't know. But sunder is the one. And sonder, it's funny enough, sonder is, why do things only hit me until after the fact? And they're really obvious. I had to verify if this is a real word, but sunder is the one that came to me initially, SUNDER. So now I'm going to have to look up sonder and see if it's an actual word. I think it is because it came up as complex and vivid. But anyway, the word meditation continued, and it went into connotation regarding methodology. Yeah. I don't know why. Again, I got to stop saying that. But connotation regarding methodology, perplexed, fact-finding, and tick-tock. Not like an app, but like a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm visualizing the grandfather clock, or that's what came to my brain anyway. So if any of those words, I'll do it really quick again. Turpentine, sanguine, frustration, saturation, global celebration, determination, initiation, fascination, sunder, connotation, methodology, perplexed, fact-finding, and tick-tock. If any of those words stand out to you in such a way that it's like, oh, wait, is she talking to me? Yes. So that means that this reading is probably for you. By the way, I lowered my chair on accident and I can't seem to get it back up. So if I look like I'm down on the floor, it's because I almost am. So this is going to be interesting. I could raise my desk. It won't lower anymore though. I could raise it and do a standing. What is this? They're sticking. But I don't want to. I'm tired. So there. And my back, man. My back is killing me. So we're going to do the oracle. Look at us. 5 minutes. Almost 6, but it's fine. Oracle, Spirit, thank you for everything. Please help us to find one card that will help to guide us through this reading. One card. The most useful card to help share the message that you are going to allow us to receive. With your guidance. With your guidance. Once again, upside down. At least I caught it this time. One card, please. And how this keeps happening. Why? Topsy-turvy. That's 2. That's a lot more than, actually. So she loves, we're going to see if it comes back out, because there were several. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Are these the ones that I think I like flipped? I did. Well, whatever. It's fine. One card, please, Spirit. One card. Just one card to help guide the reading. Simplicity, the number 4. I like it. Simplicity. I like it a lot, I think. Then we're going to do the same thing with angels and ancestors here. Spirit, if we can. Angels and ancestors. Angels and ancestors. One more. Angels and ancestors. One card, please, Spirit, to help guide us through this reading. And any messages that we are allowed to know. That's a lot. That's a lot. We're not going to know. Thank you. One message, please. One card. One card. One message. What's going on? That's a lot. Again, I feel like it was the Hunter, but Sage is on top. We're going to take them both. I don't normally do that with those cards, but we're going to do it. Okay. So, simplicity for bow to that which is simple. You will find answers to your most complex issues and those questions that seem to defy the possibility of an answer. You will find the solution now through simplicity. Live one day at a time. Have gratitude for whatever you possibly can, even if you are yet to understand why you should be grateful, because you cannot perceive the gift hiding within your struggles quite yet. Trust in the goodness of life, seeking to serve you into becoming the fullness of all that you are. Yes, beloved, even in your darkest night, the light of love is serving you. The most sophisticated of problems can be resolved through a simple answer. Love, trust, have faith, be patient. Wait and you shall see. Let simplicity be. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything is going to be all right. Don't add fuel to the fire and look for ways to sort out complicated matters prematurely. Sometimes ingredients need to cook and percolate so that they can become a meal. The circumstances with which you are struggling will right themselves in time. Stay present and be patient. Pray in your own way. Meditation, time in nature, dance, and literally talk to the divine. When you need to take a clear, simple action, you will feel it. Relax and know it is all going to work out for the best. Sage. Oh, come on. I know it's right. Be devoted and committed. And this might be to that practice for yourself. Be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. Inspired by the Hindu cave dwellers and yogis of the Himalayas, the sage represents the wise one within. When this card arises, it shows that you are preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. It guides you to take notes, as the wandering yogi is on the card, because your knowledge and life experiences can impart incredible insights to those with whom you come into contact. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and all of your inner workings, because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. Okay, it's funny because the whole Neptune going into Aries, Spirit Warrior. This is going to be strong again, I think, tonight. Anyway, the extended message. Devotion is a powerful energy. Right now, angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body but also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now, and it's important that you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share those teachings one day too. And then the hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. The hunter card is based on my favorite Celtic god, Cernunnos. I have no idea. He is the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the hunter helps you connect with an energy that is both fearful and fearless. Your fears are the only things that are standing between you and what you desire at this time. So you have to come face to face with them as the hunter does with wild animals and go beyond them. Extended message here is to, instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter. You are being given confidence and strength at this time, so use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You are here to realize your fullest potential, but this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you are a man or identify as male, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. I'm going to amend here and say if you are sitting in your masculine energy, okay? Maybe I don't need to and I shouldn't jump the gun. If you are a female or identify as female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. I'm still going to say this means you're sitting in your masculine. It's fine. Doesn't matter about your gender, nor how you identify. Not in that sense. Face your fears. You've learned a lot. The answer is simple. Go within. You have the answer. Face your fear, whatever that is. Be ready. Be ready. Why? I mean, that message is like incredibly strong always. And I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Because we're never not facing something. It's funny because I was actually using AI to kind of like do an analysis of a situation, and you have like, don't hate me for this. But it came up with, what was the terminology? It was like literally right on my tongue. It came up with some terminology anyway. And it was just so simple. It was like, why can't I think of it? The whole thought just left my brain. The whole freaking thought just left my brain. Simplicity, go within, face your fear, and damn, it's gone. AI came up with a term. Well, I mean, I say it came up with a term. It stated a term in such a way that it was like, oh, that's so simple the way that it said that. The end. That's fine. That's a good enough high level. You don't need all the... Sorry. All right. So, for those that enjoy hearing me talk, you're welcome. We're going to do this lovely deck that I can't... What is wrong with me? Wild Reflections for the love of everything. Oh my goodness. We're going to do Wild Reflections. And then I think I'm going to use, well, we'll see. I don't know what cards I want to use for the clarifiers. We'll see what comes out, I guess. That's how I'll know. That's how I know. Spirits will tell me. I'm telling you, it's a weird night. The fog, the brain fog, okay, you know what? That might be a part of it. The brain fog is real. And so a little bit of the astrology is that's going to be heightened as we go into this push. From like this Pisces energy to this Aries energy. So it makes sense, I guess. Plus, life doesn't stop lifing. So let's do this. Spirit, what messages do you have for whoever is in need of receiving them? New beginning, Ace of Wands, Five of Cups. Sounds like you're coming up with a new idea for a situation you have been trying to handle, which is funny because I felt the need to tell you about the AI thing. Wands are not typically technology. I would say that that's more of a swords thing, but wands are action oriented. So, it's a new opportunity for something that you possibly have been trying to let go of or conclude. What was the word that I used? You have the Two of Cups that are upright always in the Five of Cups energy. Typically, I shouldn't say always. Typically. And then you have the three that are turned over or pushed to the side, or spilled, tipped over is what I was trying to say. And there's this contemplative kind of energy in this one, right? Like, am I supposed to just leave it like that? I don't know. Why did they tip over? Why are they tipped over? Why didn't it work out? Right? But this Ace of Wands is like, because that's what you had to go through in order to grow, in order to sprout, in order for new life to bloom. Oh, I think that came up not too long ago, actually. In order for new life to bloom. New life blooms through sunder. No, I don't know. An understanding of self, an understanding with the divine. This is coming to, this might literally be about facing your fears head on. This is the Hierophant card. The Strength card and this card mirror each other in such a way that is just so beautiful to me. I really would like to contact whoever created this deck. I need to actually consider it. But this one to me is also that strength. This is a wild buffalo, right? Representative of spirit. And this is like coming to an understanding as one with spirit. And it's funny because I heard the feeding the wolves analogy. That's funny. Queen of Pentacles. So this is either your energy sitting in the Queen of Pentacles and this is what you are going through. What did I say? Initiation? Did I say initiation? I don't know if it did, but that's just what came to my brain. I might not have. That's funny. Queen of Pentacles. Not afraid to do the work. Ten of Pentacles. An understanding of what this is for you. This could be about a job, but I feel like this is about a family system of some sort. The Ten of Pentacles is almost always about some sort of generational something. But it's also like what you've worked towards, right? It could be like it's all you need, everything you need, financially speaking, tangibly speaking. So this Queen of Pentacles, and there's the Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. This could definitely be about a brand new tangible beginning. It could be about a job. This could be if some of you are applying. It's a new year. It's kind of a trend. Coming to an understanding of what this looks like for you. having been a new way of doing things, where you were emotionally unfulfilled and understanding what that means. And then in this Queen of Pentacles energy, what Ten of Pentacles really is for you. And here is another action card. And it's funny because a page, page is like an ace. It's a new opportunity. It's holding the ace almost always, actually, I think, in every art depiction I've seen. And it's right under the Ace of Wands. I don't have any more room over here that's just where it's at. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, also a brand new opportunity, which is under the Five of Cups. I believe this is confirming, it is a new way, you've come to an enlightenment of sorts. I honestly don't like that word for this spread for some reason, but that's the word that came to my mind. But truth, Ace of Swords. You have 3 of the 4 aces immediately. And that's coming underneath the Hierophant. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how this sets up. Especially when I'm saying it's coming to an understanding. A new way of thinking. It's like a conversation with spirit. But it's also a courage. It's a facing your fear head on. It's a truth that you had to face. A truth that you had to face. What the Ten of Pentacles means to you. A truth you had to face. I feel like we need to write that down. A truth you had to face. Magician, that's the one we're going to take. I'm going to write it down, people. A truth you had to face. And we'll ask for what? Magician. So you've got Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords here. Essentially another Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, but Ace of Wands. And then you have the Magician. Everything necessary. You might have just realized what it means to manifest. And maybe you're seeing the proof now. I would only say that because of these aces. Like it's a new beginning. Like you're seeing things change in real time. Oh, you're seeing things change in real time. You're seeing things change in real time. And you have everything you need, obviously. And then now there's this Five of Wands energy. But this is a different Five of Wands. I love this Five of Wands. I think it's called, I should have looked it up last time, but I think it's called a maypole. It's a very, if I'm not mixing up my knowledge of things, and I could be, so don't ever quote me, but it's like a pagan spring solstice activity, celebration. And there's like usually a ribbon around a pole in the center and everybody grabs, like there's several ribbons, or everybody twirls the ribbons around together. There's flowers. I don't know. You might all know all this. Now they're not each holding a ribbon, but it is the same. Look, everybody's smiling and they're standing by each tree in a circle, essentially. I mean, that's what it looks like if you were to continue outward with the one wand in the middle. It's just, to me, this one is not about conflict. In fact, to me, this one is almost, there is a little bit of like, when is it my turn? I want to grab it. I want to play. And the one person in the middle, but they're smiling. They're taking turns. There's actually a sense of community here. Everything you need to make it happen. And then Page of Pentacles, which would be like another ace. So you have Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Pentacles. This one is that contemplative energy. Perhaps thinking about what this means for, again, it's like, what does this mean for you? What is the fulfillment for you, really? And I think you're coming to that. You have come to that realization. And now it's a matter of application. Oh. So realization, a job, a home life situation, family, justice. Realization could be of a legal nature, but this could also just be the literal justice that's coming in. You asked for it, and so you're going to get it. And you're contemplating on how to do this fairly, perhaps legally, but this is, again, the answer is simple. Go within and, face hunt your own fear. You've done that. You're doing that, the work, the what is this? What is this that I'm afraid of, and why am I not going after my own fulfillment? And then it's kind of like Queen of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, no, I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to apply. I'm going to study. I've got everything that I need. There is a village here. I don't know why. There's a village here that's willing to do the work with me. There's a, not always easy. What does that look like? Justice. What does that look like? Peace. And this is a different kind. So usually they're in the boat together. This one, I think, is a matter of like, this is not a boat that's meant for a long journey. Okay. This is like almost allowing of this moment right here at the shore, though. Presumably he's standing at the shore and he's the guide in that sense. He can swim to her immediately if she needs the help. This is them in calmer waters together. And he's good with that, right? That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. There's a partnership here, actually. Watch what I say. Watch what I say. Queen of Cups. So you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, Magician, Queen of Cups. There's a partnership here. Oh, I mean, that's working together. It didn't flip over, but working together. As I'm saying, there's a partnership here. Partnership here. Two of Cups. That was Eight of Swords to the World. There's an overthinking situation over. There's the Knight of Cups and there's the Moon. Deep emotional bond. Fulfillment. What does that look like to you? This is something that I think is an all-encompassing situation. Your career, your family, love, money. What does fulfillment look like to you? A truth you had. What did I say? A truth you had to face. What does fulfillment look like to you? So for whoever this is for, let's figure it out real quick. Spirit, whoever this message is for, let's focus this for them, can we? I mean, there's not a lot of cups here, but you have the essential ones. You got a Queen of Cups who's holding an Ace of Cups, okay? Which in that sense would give us all the aces, but not quite the same. So, we're not gonna try to make something fit. But then you have 2 of Cups and you have 5 of Cups. Well, 5 of Cups and then those things. In some ways, justice is... No, I mean, they're not that. Anyway, but Magician has all the elements. Although in this Magician card, I do not see a shell or a cup, which is kind of weird. But there's water coming from her hands, or the Magician's hands, I don't know. Over the trees. Okay, anyway. But then you have Sword, the Ace of Swords. It's only the one, though, but it's the truth. It's the Ace. It's the truth. It's the start of a whole new mental cycle. You've got Wands and you've got Pentacles. A lot of Wands and Pentacles. The Hierophant and the Magician and Justice. Major Arcana. So what is this about, Spirit? What is this? What does fulfillment look like to you? For the person who needs this message. What are we talking about here? Heavy burden. Okay, I guess I want to come out. 10 of Wands. An end to a burden. Finishing up the work. What does fulfillment look like to you? Finishing up the work. Closing out. What does fulfillment look like to you? What are we talking about? For the King of Wands. 10 of Wands to the King of Wands. Graduating, I heard. Graduating. So this could be someone literally about their school situation. And you're pushing the final stretch this last semester maybe. For some, it is about the decision. A path that they chose. Putting the burdens down. A decision about a decision. So you got 2 of Wands and 2 of Swords. So here's some more. This is trusting your intuition, a decision that was chosen. There's also 3 shells in that one, which we could say are cups if we use these other cards. And then it's about the 10 of Pentacles. It is about what that fulfillment looks like to you. What does your family system look like? There was something outdated values, outdated family systems, outdated family structures. That's an end. 10 of Pentacles, it's a 10 too. Okay. Success, you achieved all the things to get here. 3, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 pentacles on this patriarch's back. And the 8 above. I actually have 6 above that are building the arch. It's not quite balanced. And then you have the 2 that are coming down. And the 2 on the back. So it's not necessarily, in fact, this is a male, again, traditionally speaking, a male talking with a female who's holding a child's hand, and it looks very stern, not to be confused with sunder, but looks a little somber, right? And this is a questioning of, is this the system? Is this the family? Is this the way this is supposed to look? That's what I'm hearing. I have never heard that before in my life with that card. Is this the way it's supposed to look? And this King of Wands is looking at this 10 of Wands like, no. And I think that's the realization that you come to. This is what this is about, Spirit. What's the advice? Yeah, this is because it's heartbreak. It was heartbreaking. I'm putting that with that. What's the advice here? Okay, you're not going to let me get it out. Queen of Pentacles again. Now, what's the advice here, Spirit? What is the advice here? For whoever needs this message. What is the advice here? Wheel of Fortune. This is big. Big change. End of cycle, beginning of a cycle. Literally. It's also time. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What's the advice here with the wheel? Big change. Time, movement, new. Knight of Pentacles, forward. Forward. Holding that Ace of Pentacles. What's the advice here? Ooh. Ooh. To the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So you now have King and Queen. With love. Go forth and be prosper with love. Sending love? Sorry. Because this is about, like I said, this is about a partnership. The Fool. I hear it every time. Every freaking time. You've got to be a fool to go on this journey. And you've got to be a fool to accept the offer. I mean, you have to. So we've gone to two storylines here. I truly do believe that for somebody, this is about a new career path. You're realizing this Queen of Pentacles up at the top. You're realizing, what brings you fulfillment, what makes you really happy, and what hasn't worked. Perhaps you even reached the level of success that you're like, yeah, there's nowhere else I can go. I mean, ceilings do exist. And so it was a matter of you realizing, what is it that's going to bring me really, real fulfillment, a truth that you had to face. What does fulfillment look like to you? And with someone it is school related, finishing up a semester, that's pretty big right now. And understanding if that's for some that is your fulfillment to graduate, literally graduate. For others, it's a matter of leveling up. And then for somebody, this is a partnership, which I said in the beginning. I mean, you have your Two of Cups early on. You now have, you almost have all the queens. This is some Empress energy. Nine of Swords. So you have the Fool, the Four of Cups, and Nine of Swords. It is terrifying to even contemplate the next step. Fighting it or protecting what? Fighting it. Fighting the movement. You're not going to be able to. I mean, you've got this Wheel of Fortune that's leading this whole part now. I mean, you're not going to be able to. So I think I'm going to do what I swear. I'm going to end the reading early and then bam, look at where we get. Yeah, you're not going to be able to. The World, Three of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups. So the World, it says you're kind of, the universe is taking over. So you're not going to be able to stand still. You might have been worried and this, I think. And then the Three of Pentacles, which is the working together to create something amazing. And then the Ten of Cups is that verifying. I mean, yeah, for the lovers. I just had a feeling. Sorry. Ten of Cups to the lovers. I mean, you have the Two of Cups here, which is the minor. There's a matter of putting the swords down. There's a Hierophant. Some of these, the Strength. I don't read reversals, but the Hierophant, Strength card, the Moon, and then Death, Hangman. It's looking at things different. Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So again, I mean, I can keep going, and it's going to come out and it's fine. I want to do one thing. What is the most likely outcome? Don't want to use these. No, I do not. Okay, we're going to do these. Grand Lux. It's time. What is the most likely outcome here? And that's King of Swords. Most likely outcome, Spirit, which I think think it'd be nice if I could hold on to some cards for one freaking reading. That's what I think. King of Swords again. Funny that. It's decision time. It's what I heard. It's decision time. For your future. For your family's future. You're really going to be feeling this here soon, too, getting into that Aries energy and Neptune. I mean, you already have Aquarius. It's like the creative thought, which, you know, starting this reading off with that Ace of Wands is duh. But unconventional ways of doing things. Ways that, you know, society never accepted before, perhaps. And there's kind of like a paving of the way here. Perhaps you even thought of like a formal education path that's not so conventional, right? If you're in a doctoral program, I don't know who this is for, but maybe you created your own PhD. It is done. For those that are interested, it is done. So, but you got to have a really good justification. Can't just say like, hey, I want to have a PhD in tarot. What does that mean? High priestess. Say that. I'm going to do it. Maybe that's what I'll do. And I'll come back one day and be like, hey, guess what? But Spirit, taking the head's funny. Spirit, High Priestess. What is the most likely outcome here? What is the most likely outcome? Big things happening. Big things happening. Knight of Cups. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. That's a song. 8 of Coins. So that work going into it when I was going through the other cards and I'm like listing off. So it's 8 of Pentacles. You got 9 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. Love, work. Working for the love. I don't know. You have the World. Again, that's what, 3? I believe. Yeah, because I saw it in the other one. And then 10 of Wands again. Definite ending. Hard work. Whoa. A definite change. Someone is definitely changing jobs. And then you have Judgment. Calling people out of the shadows into the light. Into the light. Into the light. A new life. And there's the Empress. What I say? Most likely outcome. So this could be for the Divine Feminine. Conflict again, 5 of Wands, but I mean it's a different energy. Working your way up the ladder, perhaps, because there is very much like a so maybe this is a corporate kind of thing. Working your way up the ladder. Someone may be given more responsibility based on I don't know. I know the company I work for just had their annual reviews, so that could be what you're going through as well. Whoa. Hello, cards. Okay. Most likely outcome here, Spirit. The Empress. Now we have Lovers and 2 of Cups. 2 as well. What is that? Most likely outcome here. Like someone's done making this so oh, the simplicity, the answer. God, I really am slow sometimes. Someone's done this Knight of Cups and the work that's gone in. Someone's done with making this difficult. Someone's been fighting. Yes. Someone's done making the work difficult. And that's what once they're like, I'm so done with this. It's been so complicated, so done. New beginning. Fresh start. Whether it's work, family, love, victory, 6 of Wands. And so it is true. So can you tell me, oh, jeez. There it is. Lovers. But so in this one, it's normally like holding back or being stingy. And I heard like so the one, because I'm only giving it to the one I've been waiting for. It had, I wasn't making it hard. I was holding out. Like for the one, okay. The path. Had to be sure. Had to be sure. Had to be sure. Hangman. Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, had to be sure. Had to look at it from every possible angle. Oh, jeez. Six of Cups to the Nine of Cups. It was not easy. There's the Queen of Cups again, Five of Cups on the bottom, and then there's the King of Cups. All right, we're done. I hope you got something out of it. I will say, actually, I will say for the person that this is job related, it does happen every once in a while. Can you say, Spirit, for the person that this is job related, what do they need to do? What's the next step here for the person that this is job related? What do they need to do? Well, yep. I'm not even, you know what? Have a good night.